One moment Her Majesty Queen Camilla was eating ice cream, the next she was being whisked away due to a security threat at an engagement at St. Helier in the Channel Islands, UK, on Monday, July 15. This threat came only 2 days after former President Donald Trump was nearly assassinated in the United States. The concern in question was never revealed by royal protection officers, but it did turn out to thankfully be a false alarm. The Queen was all smiles in front of members of the public in a bright, yet mellow blue dress with cream-colored heels. Speaking about the security alarm that happened as Her Majesty was sampling local ice cream, royal reporter Michael Cole told GBN, "I'm sure there's a sort of heightened sense of security concern because of events in America, which we know about from Saturday night. But what stands out for me is the coolness of the Queen. She was eating an ice cream at the time, one of her aides whispered in her ear that there was a security concern, and she was taken away with the King to a nearby hotel." Highlighting the consort's apparent sense of defiance of the possible threat, Cole added, "She continued eating her ice cream, so rather like Drake before the Armada, she concentrated on the important things first." King Charles III is certainly no novice when it comes to security concerns, with the monarch dodging several alarming close calls in his decades of service as the heir to the throne. 30 years ago in Sydney, a young man with a starting pistol fired it twice, Cole further observed. "And I remember very clearly the Prince of Wales, as he then was, had a police protection officer called Inspector Colin Trimming, and he jumped on this young man who fired these shots and wrestled him to the ground." The King stood on and looked in bemusement, fiddled with his cufflinks, and looked at the scene. Despite the former president's close call with an assassin's bullet in Butler, Pennsylvania, on Saturday, July 13th, and other world leaders on high alert, the monarch and consort will go ahead with their tour of Australia later this year. The long-awaited trip will celebrate their role as the king and queen of that nation, despite the latter's aversion to long travel. The Queen, she certainly doesn't love long-distance travel, being sealed in a pressurized cigar tube at 35,000 feet, Cole quipped. "It's not her cup of bovril, but she will be going with the king. But I'm sure the Australians will be very pleased to see them. I actually think the Australians will really warm to her, they like genuine people and they can tell anybody who isn't. And it's a great country, as we all know."